All right, I had a few headaches getting started, but we're here, and we're in our Embraer E175. Who knows? I may get one of these. Anyway, we're in St. Paul, Minneapolis, St. Paul, and I did this flight earlier. We flew to South Dakota, and I had a rough takeoff, and had overspeed under 10,000, and I wanted to redo the flight, so that's why we're here. And so if you're trying to learn this particular aircraft, this will be a good walkthrough. I'm not here to claim to be an expert necessarily. Let's just say I've probably spent more time on it recently. That's it. But I do love the XCrafts version of the this is the E175, and it is a payware aircraft. It's not one of the freeware. It is a payware, and I think it's worth it. And as we fly, I'm hoping maybe you'll see why I say that. But I think this particular one's worth it. Remind me, 29.71 is our QNH. I'll need that in just a minute as we get into the aircraft. Okay. Okay, 29.71. Our little pad here. First things first, I'm going to go ahead and fire up the GPU. Let's open the side door because, and then let's go ahead and get rid of the engine cover and open aft cargo. Okay. There is an easier way to load your aircraft. Okay, now watch me. It's this simple. Send brief IDs right here. You're going to notice the aircraft actually, the shocks kind of move it a little bit because it's going to load itself. So there we go. Well, not yet. Not yet. Okay, now. Right, so now we are officially loaded. Okay. I know it sounds like a cheat, but it makes it easy to load. Next thing, when you're in this aircraft, we'll go row by row. Batteries both up. Batteries are up now, and I'm going to go ahead and activate the GPU, and we have aircraft has power. Second row, let's go ahead and do our fire test. Right, good. And it's going to run through that, drives me up the wall. Okay, emergency lights armed. Sterile cockpit. We're going to go to sterile cockpit. No smoking, seatbelts. Okay, that's the whole second row. And so I don't have to listen to that. I don't have to. Okay. The APU. We're going to go ahead and fire up the APU. Just wait a second. Fire it up. You actually can hear the APU outside starting to fire up when you do that. Brian, can you go ahead and get our IFR clearance to South Dakota, please? Right.
I'll get our IFR clearance to Sioux Falls.
Logo light up. Inspection light up. No strobe.
Minneapolis clearance, Delta 1047.
No
We'd like to receive our IFR clearance. We have
yet.
Romeo.
Clearance on request. You're number one. Delta 1047 Minneapolis clearance, cleared to Sioux Falls via the Chef 1 departure. Then is filed. Climb and maintain 4,000. Expect flight level 26010 minutes after departure. Departure on 124.7. Squawk 3722. Expect runway 30 left.
Ooh. You in a hurry? Little cheat I have here on that. Let me do this. We're to climb and maintain is 4,000. And we're squawking 3722. Okay. 4,000. Okay. Yeah, buddy. Three 722. There we go. Good. The next part of what we're doing right now all has to do with these panels, so I'm going to make them kind of bigger so you can see them. Okay. You don't have to do that. That's very kind of you, but you don't have to. Okay. Alright, sorry, I didn't mean to slow down on you for a minute. Okay, so I've got both panels up here, and I have, let me get to where you can see everything. That over here. I have to watch it because the side, you can't see the side of my screens. I know you can only see so much, but let's see here. Okay. Alright, this aircraft has 78 passengers, should be accounted for already, and it is. Okay. I'm checking that, by the way. This says here, I was just seeing if I have the latest version of AirRack, and it is 2513, but so those dates don't jive. Okay. Right. KMSP is going to KFSD. I'll try to run through this. Okay. And this is flight number Delta 1047. So that's DAL 1047. And our company route, by the way, because I remember I have initiated the sim brief and then I downloaded it with the downloader. So that means if I put in, if I put this in don't do that. KMSP, and I also put in KFSD, and I add 01. That's a part of what it is. Okay, so I've got that KMFD, KFSD, and I put it in the company route. Right, it should go in there. Okay, so now it's that part's starting to load. I hit departure. We're going out on runway 30 left. We're on the Shep and Roxanne. Activate arrival. Then our arrival runway is 21, which is an ILS runway. I didn't have that earlier, and did not have that earlier. That's nice. So ILS 21. I had to go on RNAV earlier, and I can do secto. Let's do secto. Ah, didn't mean to do that. 21 ILS. I want secto. Okay, secto. There we go. And I'm going to lock that in. Did I have an arrival? No, I have no other arrivals, so we're good there. I'm going to now go to performance, and let's go here to takeoff performance also, and put in our winds and things. So our cruise, our winds are 320 at 48. Current temp is, what is the current temp there? We get it. Okay, these are for takeoff. My fault. If I'm doing takeoff, I needed to, let's see, hold on. I don't have something right here. I was given top of climb winds, and that's going to make a difference if I don't correct that. Okay, here we go. Okay, sorry. Didn't mean to confuse everybody. I need 290 at 08. Now, my temp is 0. QNH is 2971. Weight is 73,000, and we'll get that. So let's hold on to that. I've got what I need there. We're actually going out on flaps. We're not going out on flaps 2, but flaps, is it telling me flaps 1? Okay, all right, here we go. I need our cruise altitude. It's some more information here. Okay, once again, 78 passengers, but our cruise altitude is 260. Our center of gravity is 17.9, which it stays around there. I noticed that it's pretty common. Our cruise winds now are 320 at 48. That's correct. 320. And our zero fuel weight is 65460. Okay. I'm leaving our performance, the climb speed at 270, cruise at 290, and descent at 280. Good with that. All right. So we want to take off 1 right here, and we'll do a flex takeoff. Yes. Current conditions are dry, although it looks kind of rough, and our takeoff winds, I said them earlier, but I'll do them again. 290. At 08. And then part 2 here, flaps need to be a calculation say flaps can stay at 1. That's fine. For this, I'm going to say send to FMS. I've just loaded those speeds. Now I'm going to go back to takeoff, and all those settings are in there. V1's 140, 145, 147, 192. So we're going to put 192 right here. 192 here, and climb and maintain. I don't know why they dropped. 4,000. Okay, and 2971 is our QNH. Brian, you're in charge of all comms.
I'm in charge of all comms now, Steve.
Brian, get our pushback and start clearance.
Hey,
I'll
Cap,
request
let me know
pushback
where you want
clearance
this
now.
thing. Great news, Captain. Your tow's coming.
Minneapolis ground, Delta 1047 requesting pushback. We have Romeo.
Disconnecting the GPU. Passenger doors closed, cargo doors are closed, and ground objects are done. Good.
All right. Looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
D275 at 8. Visibility 2. Sky conditions, solid overcast at 700 feet. Temperature 0. Dew point -1. Altimeter 2971. Density altitude -500 feet. Flight inspection aircraft conducting operations in the vicinity. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Romeo.
Got it.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Tow's connected, bypass pins inserted. Go ahead and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go. Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
I don't want to light up my... I don't want to light anything up yet.
Flight attendants, prepare your doors for departure, please. Cross-check and all call.
Okay, so this is a vector.
Once again,
right
good
off the
evening,
bat.
ladies and gentlemen, and welcome on board your Delta flight. So in just a moment, we'll be showing you a brief presentation on the safety features of this aircraft. We kindly ask that you please direct your attention to the video monitors and flight attendants in the aisle, even if you are a frequent flyer. Thank you so much.
Welcome aboard, and thank you for choosing Delta for 100 years and counting.
Delta.
Delta. Delta.
Delta Airlines.
The health and safety of our customers and crew is our #1 priority and the shared responsibility of everyone on board. So, before we depart, please pay attention to this important message. Stow all carry-on items in an overhead bin and place smaller items completely under the seat in front of you.
Larger electronic devices must be placed in a bag. Handheld portable electronic devices, including mobile phones, should also be secured.
Keep the aisles, exits, and bulkhead areas clear. If you lose an electronic device in your seat, please
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake.
And ask a crew member for help.
As we leave
And we're
the gate,
disconnecting the
fasten
tow.
your
Give me
seatbelt
just a
by
moment.
inserting the metal tip into the buckle and adjusting the strap so it's low and tight across your lap. To release, lift the top of the buckle. If your seat has a shoulder harness, attach the metal tip to the fitting on the belt. To release, push the metal tip down. Stay seated with your seatbelt fastened when the seatbelt sign is on, and keep it fastened whenever you're seated in case of sudden rough air. In the event of rough air, the crew might also need to buckle up for safety. We appreciate your understanding if our service is interrupted.
Federal regulations require all passengers to comply with all crew members' instructions, along with the posted placards and lighted information signs throughout the cabin. Smoking, vaping, the use of e-cigarettes or any smokeless product, including chewing tobacco, is not allowed on any
Signal and
Delta
pin on the
flight.
left. Take it easy and
Federal
have a
law
safe flight.
prohibits tampering with, disabling, or destroying restroom smoke detectors.
There are 8 exits on this plane, 8 doors, 4 on each side. Each door has a detachable slide that can be used as a raft.
In the event of an evacuation, leave all bags behind. Carry-in baggage will slow the evacuation. All exits are clearly marked
I'll get our
with the
taxi
green
clearance.
exit symbol. Locate the nearest exits, and remember, they might be behind you. If we lose power, lights will illuminate the aisles to guide you to an exit.
It's unlikely, but if cabin pressure changes, oxygen masks will drop from the panels above your seat and inside the lavatories. Reach up and pull a mask or streamer down to start the flow of oxygen. Remove any face covering.
Runway 30 left,
Place
Quebec
the mask
Delta
over
Alpha,
your nose
Alpha
and
1.
mouth, slip the elastic strap over your head, and adjust the mask if necessary. Breathe normally, and note the oxygen is flowing, so don't worry if the bag doesn't
All right,
inflate.
taxiing
Be
to
sure to adjust
30
your own
left,
mask
30
before
left,
helping
30 right
others.
are the departing runways.
A water evacuation is also unlikely, but just in case. Life vests are in a compartment beneath or adjacent to your seat. To use, remove the vest from its container by pulling on the tab and then
Really
opening the
rough time,
pouch.
by the way, earlier
Slip the vest
with,
over your head. Wrap the strap around your
Traffic
waist,
Global,
attach it to the
to the
buckle
point
in
I had
front,
to,
and
I
adjust
took
securely
it out.
around your waist.
So that's why
As you
don't
leave the
see as
plane,
much activity.
inflate the vest by pulling down on the red tab at the bottom, or manually inflate it by blowing into the tube
And
at
we're all
shoulder
fat
level.
zone right now.
A water-activated light is attached to each vest. For children under 35 pounds, place the vest around their waist and secure the strap between the legs. See your safety card for more information. Additional life vests for in-lab children are in marked compartments at the front and rear of the plane. We'll distribute these vests if necessary.
Before takeoff, bring your seat to its upright position and stow your tray table, footrest, and leg rest. Be sure you fastened your seatbelt low and tight across your lap, carry-on items secured, and armrests are at resting position, or as otherwise indicated on the placard in front of you. If you have a suite door, ensure it's open. See placard instructions inside the suite door for opening instructions in case of emergency. Finally, take a moment to review the safety information card in your seat pocket.
As we finish our safety check, please let us know if you have any questions.
As we take off into the future, sit back and relax. And from all of our crew, thank you for flying with Delta, today and for the next 100 years.
Remember to secure your own mask before assisting others. Life vests are located under your seat or between the seats. If needed, put it on, fasten it, and inflate it only after leaving the aircraft. Floor-level lighting will guide you to the nearest exit, which is clearly marked.
Okay, so I've got
Please note that
overkill on
nearest
the
exit may be behind you.
flight
In
crew,
case of evacuation,
the cabin crew.
leave all personal belongings behind and follow all safety instructions from the crew immediately.
And the 8 cars
If
for
any electronic
Delta
device
has
becomes
its
hot or shows signs of damage, please inform a crew member right away. Finally, the safety information card in your seat pocket contains all the details you need. Thank you for your attention.
St. Paul, Minneapolis, St. Paul, I cannot say I've ever flown out of there before. I don't think I have. It's where we are. We're in Minneapolis, St. Paul, but I've never actually flown out of here. Looks like it's a fairly decent-sized airport. Not huge, but decent. Yeah, I'm really disappointed with, I don't know if it's a resource issue on Traffic Global, but that's what crashed me out earlier. I couldn't get back into Minneapolis St. Paul until I took it out of the plugins. And on occasion it does that, and sometimes it works great, but I just eventually have to take it out so I can enjoy my flight. I could go out right here. It would take some of my runway space, but I think we'll be all right. I really do. Yeah, I think we got plenty. Okay, we need to activate landing lights. Reset the chronometer, so it's reset here now. I'm gonna bring that up. I'm gonna have this up. It's kind of big, but it's got useful information, and I'm gonna leave it up while we take off. I'm gonna have it up right here. I need to be able to get to the panels right here because once we get going, I need to activate the auto throttle and navigation, but that should be good. Okay. Ron, we're holding short. Runway 30 left, ready for departure.
I'll get our takeoff clearance.
Minneapolis Tower, Delta 1047, holding short of runway 30 left, ready to depart.
Okay. I'm going to hit, when I hit auto throttle, it's going to light up TO right here.
Delta 1047, Minneapolis Tower, runway 30 left, cleared for takeoff.
So
After takeoff, fly runway heading until reaching 5500, then proceed on course.
You heard it.
Runway 30 left, cleared for takeoff. Fly runway heading until reaching 5500, then proceed on course. Delta 1047.
Okay. Lined up with the runway heading. RTO. This over here where I can see it. Alright, so when I push the throttle forward, the autopilot or the auto throttle will take over once we get going, and then I'll activate autopilot to continue our climb and keep us at the right speed. Pressure on the yoke, 80 knots. Rotating. Positive rate. You're up. Autopilot.
High speed. High speed. High speed. High speed.
Delta 1047, contact departure on 118.725.
Switching to departure on 118.725, Delta 1047. Minneapolis approach, Delta 1047. Good afternoon, climbing through 1500.
High speed. High speed. High speed. High speed.
Delta 1047, Minneapolis
High
approach,
speed.
radar contact, climb and maintain
High
flight level
speed.
210, cleared direct hugger.
High speed. High speed. High speed. High
Climb and
speed.
maintain flight level
High
210,
speed.
cleared direct hugger,
High
Delta
speed.
1047.
High
All right,
speed.
we're going to start this flight over. And my reason for that is that should not have happened just then. And I need to figure out what happened that I have auto throttle engaged and it's not controlling my speed. Okay, not okay. Okay, so we're going to start over.
High speed.
Please remain
High
seated with your seatbelt securely fastened until the captain has parked the aircraft at the gate and turned off the seatbelt sign. This will be your one and only indication that it's safe.
I would not normally do this, but I need to get this in hand, so we're going to redo it. So does that go back and load?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Delta Sky Team and our global partners, welcome on board your Delta flight. As you're making your way to your seat, we kindly ask that you please step into your row and out of the aisle as quickly as possible to allow those passengers behind you to make their way to their seat as well. If you're traveling with a larger rollerboard, please place it in the overhead bins, either wheels or handles first on either side of the aircraft. Keeping in mind that the overhead bin space is shared space, so if the bin directly above your seat is already full, please go ahead and utilize the next available space. If you brought in a second item with you, such as a briefcase, tote bag, laptop bag, backpack, you can go ahead and utilize that space under this seat in front of you, so that we can utilize that overhead bin space for your larger bags without having to check them plain sight to your final destination. Feel free to utilize your mobile phones, tablets, and e-readers while we're here at the gate. However, once we close our boarding door, you must please place these items into airplane mode or turn off your cellular service. So we'd like to thank you all for choosing to fly Delta. Welcome on board.
Okay, so what just happened is we had an overspeed, and I went back and started the flight again. We're not. I need to make sure that's corrected, but I went ahead. So we're going to start from scratch. So KFSP. KFSD. No, it's wrong. And this is Dallas. Delta. Excuse me, not Dallas. Delta 1047. And this is KMSP. KFSD 01. Departure on 30 left. Shep. Roxanne. Apply. An arrival on runway 21 ILS. Secto. Apply. Activate. Cruise altitude is 260. Cruise winds are at 320 and 48. And ZFW is 65460. That is fine. This is a takeoff 1, and let's get these numbers. $215.04. Wait, I didn't need that yet, did I? We want flex takeoff. Wait, something's not right. Hold on, I think I need to fix something in a minute. Flex temp is 38. There it goes. Takeoff winds are 290 at 8. Conditions are dry. Flaps are 1. Low to V speeds. Good. Trim is up 4.5. Flight plan is take the vector out. The as assigned, take it out. All right, good.
Ground to cockpit, please show me where you want to go. Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
One thing I need to change in my performance. Wet.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect. Windshield strap and adapter in position. Release parking brake when ready to start pushback.
Alright, I think I've got everything done.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Flight attendants, prepare your doors for departure, please. Cross-check and all call. Once again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome on board your Delta flight. So in just a moment, we'll be showing you a brief presentation on the safety features of this aircraft. We kindly ask that you please direct your attention to the video monitors and flight attendants in the aisle, even if you are a frequent flyer. Thank you so much.
Welcome aboard, and thank you for choosing Delta for 100 years and counting.
Delta. Delta. Delta.
Delta Airlines. The health and safety of our customers and crew is our #1 priority and the shared responsibility of everyone on board. So, before we depart, please pay attention to this important message. Stow all carry-on items in an overhead bin and place smaller items completely under the seat in front of you.
Larger electronic devices must be placed in a bag. Handheld portable electronic devices, including mobile phones, should also be secured.
Keep the aisles, exits, and bulkhead areas clear. If you lose an electronic device in your seat, please do not adjust your seat and ask a crew member for help.
As we leave the gate, fasten your seatbelt by inserting the metal tip into the buckle and adjusting the strap so it's low and tight across your lap. To release, lift the top of the buckle. If your seat has a shoulder harness, attach the metal tip to the fitting on the belt. To release, push the metal tip down.
Disconnecting
Stay
tow,
seated with your seatbelt fastened when the seatbelt sign is on, and keep it fastened whenever you're seated in case of sudden rough air. In the event of rough air, the crew might also need to buckle up for safety. We appreciate your understanding if our service is interrupted.
Federal regulations require all passengers to comply with all crew members' instructions, along with the posted placards and lighted information signs throughout the cabin. Smoking, vaping, the use of e-cigarettes or any smokeless product, including chewing tobacco, is not allowed on any Delta flight. Federal law prohibits tampering with, disabling, or destroying restroom smoke detectors.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand
There
signal
are
will
8
be on the
exits
left.
on this
We'll see you
plane.
next time.
8
Have
doors,
a safe flight.
4 on each side. Each door has a detachable slide that can be used as a raft.
In the event of an evacuation, leave all bags behind. Carry-in baggage will slow the evacuation. All exits are clearly marked with the green exit symbol. Locate the nearest exits, and remember, they might be behind you. If we lose power, lights will illuminate the aisles to guide you to an exit.
It's unlikely, but if cabin pressure changes, oxygen masks will drop from the panels above your seat and inside the lavatories. Reach up and pull a mask or streamer down to start the flow of oxygen. Remove any face covering and place the mask over your nose and mouth, slip the elastic strap over your head, and adjust the mask if necessary. Breathe normally, and note the oxygen is flowing, so don't worry if the bag doesn't inflate. Be sure to adjust your own mask before helping others.
A water evacuation is also unlikely, but just in case, life vests are in a compartment beneath or adjacent to your seat. To use, remove the vest from its container by pulling on the tab and then opening the pouch. Slip the vest over your head, wrap the strap around your waist, attach it to the buckle in front, and adjust securely around your waist. As you leave the plane, inflate the vest by pulling down on the red tab at the bottom, or manually inflate it by blowing into the tube at shoulder level. A water-activated light is attached to each vest. For children under 35 pounds, place the vest around their waist and secure the strap between the legs. See your safety card for more information. Additional life vests for in-lab children are in marked compartments at the front and rear of the plane. We'll distribute these vests if necessary.
Before takeoff, bring your seat to its upright position and stow your tray table, footrest, and leg rest. Be sure you fastened your seatbelt low and tight across your lap, carry-on items secured, and armrests are at resting position, or as otherwise indicated on the placard in front of you. If you have a suite door, ensure it's open. See placard instructions inside the suite door for opening instructions in case of emergency. Finally, take a moment to review the safety information card in your seat pocket.
As we finish our safety check, please let us know if you have any questions.
As we take off into the future, sit back and relax. And from all of our crew, thank you for flying with Delta, today and for the next 100 years.
Part of my check ride from the earlier flight was that I did not do the takeoff correct, and so we're doing a redo. So make sure I keep doing it the correct way. So that's what we're doing now. Once I take off, like when you click on the auto throttle the first time, takeoff comes up, but you have to hit auto throttle again to engage it, so it will keep the speed at the correct 192 miles per hour, or 192 knots, not miles per hour. So we're doing it again. They're erasing the all right, we're going to get it right this time. We're already cleared, and what I did was when we're still under say intentions from earlier, so that's why I haven't had Brian ask for any further clearance. And so let's go out here. All right, resetting the chronometers. Right here. All right, hold on. What's wrong? 92. Everything's set correctly. Let's put the brake on for a minute. Autopilot's here. Oh. Why won't it let me engage auto throttle? Let me see. We're on flaps 1. Is there anything that I'm missing? Landing lights are on. APU is off. Altitude is set for put it on 26, which 26,000 is our final altitude. Our heading should line up with the runway. Right now it's set to manual. Speed is set to manual. But it will not allow me to do anything with the auto throttle.
No takeoff. Brake. Takeoff okay.
Alright, you say takeoff okay, but throttle's not engaging. Auto throttle. Is there something in my settings? We go to takeoff. Yeah, auto throttle's not responding at all. Let's see what it is. Let's do a run up. Alright, we did a roll up on our engines. We're back to idle, thrust. No auto throttle. Okay, let's see here. Back to right, we gotta troubleshoot this because something's off, but that won't let me engage auto throttle, which is my takeoff, which it's everything. It's kind of everything. So C, what is missing when the button's not responding at all. Not responding. What does it mean when takeoff is on the right side of the horizon?
When takeoff is on the right side of the horizon, it typically means that the aircraft is taking off to the right relative to your current heading. This can indicate the direction of the runway in use, and it's important for situational awareness during departure. Always be mindful of your heading and the runway orientation to ensure a safe takeoff.
I don't know yet. I'm seeing if we can figure it out. So, autopilot's fine. In fact, let me go ahead and take everything off for a minute. Let's start back from scratch. Okay, see, autopilot will come up fine. Right. But, okay, for takeoff, I need auto throttle. And auto throttle usually turns to TO right here. So it's usually TO on that side. So autopilot comes up like that. I'm taking it back off now. It's just weird. Very, very anomalous. I've never had it do this before. And I could just go for it. I could actually go to NAV and take it from NAV, but I would prefer to do it the right way. So, the people in the back of the plane might like the right way. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to we're going to go back and start from scratch real quick. I'm going to bring my engines down. I'm going to take the batteries offline. And I'm going to go back and restart. Okay, so let's go back and see if we can like walk this through. So I'm going to take the batteries back up. We're going to bring the APU back up. I hear the APU firing up now. Okay. And we're going to see if we can, so the primary thing that wasn't working was I had no auto throttle takeoff. No auto throttle takeoff, so that was my primary symptom. So we're going to go back, and that's what I'm going to just bring it back up again. Okay, we're back up. Engine 1, engine 2. Oh man, this is a first on this one. This problem I'm having right now. So see if I can bring it back. If this were a real situation, I think I'd be going back to the gate right now. It's like, get me another plane. Okay, engine 2 coming up. Engine 1 coming up. All right, we're back up. All right, flight director is activated. And I still don't have auto throttle. Okay, we're gonna manually go with, we're actually gonna have to, I'll do it another way. We're going to go to I'm going to actually manually take off instead. What a novel idea, manually take off. Okay, I think we can handle it. Right, flaps are set to 1, RTO is active, everything is as it was, so let's go. Both engines
auto brake.
See what happens. That's what you always want to hear. Okay. Forward pressure on yoke. Saratoga. Rotate. Positive rate. You're up.
Rotate V2.
That's not good.
Delta 1047 radar contact 2 west of Minneapolis at 1700 feet, Minneapolis altimeter 2971.
Minneapolis altimeter 2971, Delta 1047.
Okay. I'm still, I think it was me, and I want to go back and kind of see that, but I was, had a set up for a wet contaminated runway. I had gone back and had to re-put my settings in for takeoff, and I'm wondering if it didn't allow for a flex takeoff. I'd also put in for flex takeoff, and I think it would take it, so it made me do what I just did just now instead, which is fine. I think we still end up with the same result, and we're safe.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we climb to our cruising altitude, we'd like to extend a special thank you to each of you, and welcome back to our SkyMile members and Million Milers. Your business and loyalty are greatly appreciated by the entire Delta family. For your safety, it's important to remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened anytime the seatbelt sign is on. Even if the sign is off, please keep your seatbelt fastened in case we experience any unexpected rough air.
Is
We
this.
ask that you also please remember to use caution if opening the overhead bins to prevent injury from articles that may have shifted during takeoff.
Climb and maintain flight level 220, Delta
Now reach an
1047.
altitude where it's safe.
I like
to
being
use
able
approved
to
electronic devices,
put in
and a listing of these devices can be found in Sky Magazine in the seat pocket in front of you.
Not always dial from here, but I just directly input it. Like
On today's flight in the economy cabin, it will be our pleasure to offer you complimentary Coca-Cola products, Starbucks coffee, water, juices, a variety of complimentary snacks, as well as a selection of our fresh eats items and all-day goodies. Beer, wine, and spirits are available complimentary for our first class and Delta Comfort Plus passengers, as well as available for purchase for the economy cabin. A complete listing of available beverages, as well as of our fresh eats items, can be found in the menus in your seat pocket. Please be reminded that Delta accepts only major credit or debit cards for onboard purchases of beverages and snacks. However, you can use your Delta SkyMiles American Express card to save 50% and earn double miles on all Delta purchases.
It's a whole lot of trouble for a 200-mile flight.
For your enjoyment, each seat is equipped with your own personal entertainment system. On it, you can view a selection of complimentary as well as on-demand TV shows, movies, and music.
Okay.
You will find that this screen will work best with just a light tap of your fingertip. Feel free to use your own headsets. Otherwise, if you do need a headset, just let a flight attendant know they are yours complimentary for this and any future Delta flights.
Right, 10,000. Landing lights off.
Dear guests, the lavatories are now available. You may use approved electronic devices in flight mode.
I'm losing speed
Cabin
like
service
crazy.
will
What's
begin shortly.
wrong?
Thank you for your attention.
Something's really wrong. Okay, we got to deal with it. Okay. need to look at our flight plan. Something's wrong. No, nothing's wrong there.
Autopilot. Throttle.
Climb and maintain flight level 260, Delta 1047.
Hold on, something's wrong. I'm losing that speed. I have the throttle completely forward. Alright, come on guys, you gotta help me out here.
Delta 1047, contact Minneapolis Center on 135.0.
Contacting Minneapolis Center on 135.0, Delta 1047. Minneapolis Center, Delta 1047. Good evening, climbing through 15,000 for flight level 260.
Delta 1047, Minneapolis Center. Good evening, Jordan altimeter 2971.
Altimeter 2971, Delta 1047.
Not sure what's wrong. Hold on, gotta figure this out.
Dear guests, the cabin crew will now begin the snack and beverage service. We have some popular items from our menu, including our signature cookies and refreshing beverages. After the service, selected items from the Delta shop will be available for you to browse. Thank you for your attention.
Autopilot.
Trying to figure out a problem I got. Let's see, come on. Drop that. Okay, come on, come on. We may have to call it in a minute if I can't figure out what's wrong. But right now I have got the yoke completely forward, losing speed. It wants to climb, and if I can get to where I can get to the autopilot, I've got auto throttle engaged, LNAV and flight level here. But the minute I let go, it's like my trim is way off, but I've never had to adjust or worry with trim on this particular aircraft. So right now we're at, and I've okay, let's see if we can make this work.
Throttle, throttle, throttle. Autopilot.
Delta 1047, in about 20 minutes, I'll start your descent. Notify if you're ready to descend before that.
We'll notify if ready to descend earlier. Delta 1047.
We may descend a little bit on a different way if I can't fix this. Okay. We're actually stalled right now. Come on.
Throttle, throttle.
No, we're gonna end up, we're closing this out. Something's wrong, and I think earlier on when I had issues with some of the other instrument issues right now, and I know there's nothing, my trim is fine, but if I let go of this wheel, something's wrong. So I'm gonna go back and we're gonna pause. I'm gonna recalibrate. Okay.
Throttle, throttle. Throttle, throttle. Throttle, throttle.
See if we fixed it. See if that actually fixed it. This has been the longest 200-mile flight of my life. We're so far off course, it's not funny. So far off course. Okay, so I'm going to try to come back to hunger. See if we can salvage this. We may not be able to, but we'll try. Okay. All right, we have both engines are operating properly. LNAV and VNAV are active. The auto throttle is active, and I mean everything is like it's supposed to be. Let's see if we can recover this. And our speed right now though is too slow. I'm gonna try to pick up with Eric's. And I'm gonna leave our speed at 220. See if we get back.
Throttle. Throttle.
Bank angle. Bank angle.
No, we're calling it. There's still something wrong, and I don't think we can salvage it. I hate it, man. I hate it when a plan doesn't go right. Okay, so we're calling it. I'm going to come back and redo the flight later, but something's wrong. So it's a combination of autopilot, auto throttle's been messing up. My bank angles are all out of whack. So yeah, we're not going to try to salvage this. Okay, we're gonna go back and redo it. All right. Thanks for those who've kind of held out to watch and be entertained.